Hey, how you doing? Let's go over our miniature. I told you that I would fix the miniature and we would be able to get everything Operation Go. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do the game. It's between um, Kozlov versus Gorshifov. And so we're going to look at it from white and black's perspective. So let's do it right now. E4. One sec, let me get a sip of water here. Let me make sure all the volume's going good. Yep, it is. And we're Operation Go. All right. Hoorah, hoorah. Okay. So let's put the mouse there. Oops, I gotta click here. So E5. Remember what we talked about there? Yep. Takes. This is the King's Gambit accepted. And then the bishop, remember there. We talked about that. Then we talked about castling, knight there, so that it guards. Then knight c3 is to prepare d4, and then maybe even knight to d5. That's an idea. But remember, this is a trick. I wanted to show this trick to you. Let me see here. If he takes here, this is a trick. He has this. That's the trick move. And then when he takes, queen takes, then you retreat back, and this is kind of the one of the Gambit accepted ideas. That's why d4 is played and all of that. There we go. Okay, so let's get on this. He doesn't want to go down that line of this type of forking position. By actually taking here, he doesn't want this. So he developed his knight there. The knight retreats back, attacking the bishop. The bishop drops back, preparing to keep an eye, a double idea on there, on f7. Now the knight's coming in to attack this knight to remove it. The pawn comes up. Now, if the knight takes this knight, the pawn takes, attacking the knight, which then allows castles and potentially win of the pawn here. So he castles, white castles, and then he plays knight takes e5. There was no need to take that knight. Not one need. There was nothing that the knight was going to do. If black was afraid of this, all you have to do is take, and then king takes, and like if queen checks, then he moves back. He gets a rook, but a rook and a pawn for a bishop and a knight, and I think in the middle game that they were talking about, bishop and a knight is stronger than a lone rook, because rooks are good in the end game. So he took there, which was a mistake, and he took back. Now this knight has to move, which is going to weaken the protection of f7 here. You're going to get to see how they smash daddy that. Comes there and kaboom, bishop takes. I know most of us would probably have taken rook takes, but the problem with rook takes is he has the idea of bishop here if rook takes. That's why bishop c4, bishop takes c4 is actually, or f4, sorry, bishop takes f4 is actually a stronger continuation, because then if the bishop moves there, the bishop could take, queen takes, and then you can start the ganging up on the c7 pawn. And he takes. And now black's trying to free himself. Otherwise, black's going to be in a lost position, which is really sad. Excuse me for that. It's just really, really thirsty. Okay. The queen comes in. Now there's a really big threat. If pawn takes, bishop takes, now you have three pieces attacking this. I'm going to see if I can't get a different color. So then that happens. And that's the powerhouse that they were talking about. Takes. And so we were talking about the bishop moving. Because remember we were looking at this idea of knight coming in. Remember that? Knight f6 there. With the idea of here attacking. But then again, what would you think would be the best continuation here? If you said kapow, you are exactly right. I believe rook takes would actually be the best here. And then if bishop takes, queen takes, and now rook f1. And if checks, king h1. And I don't really think there's a way that black can stop the loss. Maybe something like this. But then that allows for a really, really sweet setup here. First of all, you can actually play. I'm thinking bishop takes. No, I'm thinking it has to do with something to do with this move here. And if queen there, then you have check. And of course, if king over, I think this might be losing. So it wasn't. So rook takes is actually then a double question mark mistake. Okay. Rook takes would be a double blunder right there. Bishop takes. So what we're talking about now is if bishop takes here, bishop takes, rook develops, he moves. Boy, this would be an interesting continuation if this sack actually happened. Yeah. Here with the idea. So queen there. Knight comes in. Now you're threatening, and then bishop there. You're threatening check. And now you're trying to win this bishop there. Yeah, it's still a draw, but man, that would be an interesting continuation for sure. Okay, so now the bishop intercepts rather than play there. And of course our rook slides over. Now white has all their pieces in perfect symmetry. The bishop is attacking here, this bishop's attacking here. All you need to do is get this knight evolved somehow with like something like that, and then it's in beautiful coordination as well. So let's make the lines here. All this powerhouse stuff right there. King moves. Remember we had the idea what would happen if taking, didn't we? Do you remember that? Compound, remember? Remember what this? Remember this? This is the idea right here that we were talking about. Bishop intercepts here, but we went down a line where if bishop takes queen, we check there first, takes, that's check, and then checkmate. That was the one line, and we figured out, oops, that this doesn't work because knight takes, and there's none of that. Remember we talked about that. So we looked at two variations. That's why this move was brilliant, and he had to play bishop there. Then rook to rook f1, basically. Remember we talked there's also knight check we were looking at. Bishop takes, check, and then that's mate. Or there's actually this mate too as well. So there's two different mates. So that's why what we are looking at is here. If the king moves, that's mate. So interesting. But now you have to consider this move. Check. Knight takes. Bishop takes. Queen takes. Yeah, so that actually doesn't work. It was close. So close. But first of all, they double up rooks, which is the best. Because we know if takes here, we know that this, at this moment, this does actually, I think this does work here. I'm trying to think if this actually does work. This takes. Come pow. Rook takes. Queen takes. King go over and then mate. So that's that. That's why that does work. So sorry, I have to make sure I get this right. There. Now he attacks the knight. Remember we talked about the knight attack. Then he takes. Bishop takes. Remember this was the one that we had a problem with remembering about the bishop. I was like, what do I do here? And then now pawn takes pawn. Excuse me. I mean pawn takes knight. And then bishop takes rook, and queen comes up to guard against any of these checks here. Takes, queen check, and over, bishop back, knight there, and then this pin unstoppable because the game ended here. So I'll put a notation where actually what I'll do is I'll say what happens. See, he'll play here, and then he'll play here. So bishop there. This move here is with an idea, and I'll do this one too with an idea, so that you guys know that's not a that's the end of the game. Okay, we'll do a couple. We'll see if we can do a game here, and then we'll do a war game. See if there's any arena battles. Let's try a 10-minute. All right. 5, 4, 2, and 1. Okay, we'll stop here. And so what we'll do is we'll do this here. Let's see if there's any tourneys. this here. Let's see who we could face. We're going to try this lockdown. If he plays here, we'll just play there. And then if he plays here, we get into our standard advanced variation of the French. There we go. Here he did the exchange variation. That's castle. Come up here. There. Here. There. Here. Try and do exchange off. Here. There we go. In comes the knight. There we go. And ho ho we go. There we go. Now we have the ability of potentially kicking this knight out. And the knight's going to try something like that, and then what we'll do is we'll play rook d1 or d7. Okay. If knight takes, rook takes, and then king up, and we're good. There we go. My pawns are pretty much intact, so there we go. I'm trying to go after that. Excuse me. Pardon me on that. Oh, come on. Don't tell me my internet's glitching again. Just hang on in there. Hang in there, guys. Trying to trade off the knight. The knight will take. Interesting, okay. Perfect. Let's see about. See if taking here, we actually grab the queen. So we're in a constant attack right now. No holds bar. call it on this and we'll do a war game real quick. Let's do it to it. This should be fun. So now we're at the point where we just conquered 2 other territories, and let's see who we could spy on now. We'll do this here. Brought back. Let's see. I think I'm going to do some investing. Okay, they don't want me to do anything. Not this turn, I guess. I'm free to do some stuff. Let's see who we got here. I gotta do a banquet. Let's do another banquet. Let's save, and we'll talk to him. Maybe he'll talk to us. That should be good. Let's see. We'll pause right here because we don't want to make it so that our guy is upset. We'll see if we can nominate him. If he's friendly enough. You never know. We'll give it a shot. Excellent. We made one part of our empire. Let's see here. We'll do another banquet for these 2 guys. We'll talk to them. Well, let's see the market. Let's see about the barracks. So we have a lot of guys we could still talk to. He likes talking about people. This guy I think likes talking about people too. Oh, it's interesting. Perfect. Just in case, I'll build up some factory too as well. Factory. And then what we'll do is we'll talk to some of our guys. He doesn't like military, okay. Let's do military. I think this guy might like military. Nope, he doesn't. Perfect. Trying to build loyalty. see if this guy actually takes him. We'll do 3 minutes and then we'll get back right onto that again. There we go. He defends. That's... Yes, I will most definitely join the fight. I think I'll try... so he wants me to do research, okay. Not a problem. That's what I do. Now that we're at 10, we should be able to get... There we go. There we go. That's 16. Let's see. Let's talk to this guy here. The perfect to this guy has died, so we'll see. A lot of bandits. I'm doing really good. I want to spy. $70, we got 70 for spying. Okay. We will see about our defenses. We're pretty good in our, let's see, war. Not bad. Let's see about tower. There we go. The plague. Let's see if Dan Zhao is attacking. I should really have done good on the patrol. Whoa. Okay, I've repaired. Now I know. I thought he had me on patrol. He had me on patrol. I think they changed it. So, officer repair. Go to the walls. Let's do the repair. 6. Let's do one more here. Bring the walls. There we go. Wow, tons of death there. Son Jane, he's finally taken over a place. Let's see. Trying to bring back. Let's try research. Oh, patrol. So he's attacking one of these guys. We'll see if he wins. I think he's going to win this one. Oh, he defends. Whoa. I think it had to do probably with the wall. So patrol. Let's do. We gotta help that city. I got him. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, we'll save right here. Boy, he's attacking more land, Son Jane is. When he's going for it for sure. Let's see how he does. He defended. Boy, they're all going for an attack, aren't they? Whoa. They're taking more land and land and land and land. It's going to be interesting to see. I think Donzel's going to win. Oh, not good. Did he get captured? Will he get captured and executed? Let's save here. And then what we'll do is we'll start into more chess. Let's do it. And okie dokie. Let's take a look to see what we have. Let's see what the arena is. Ah, it's 10 minutes. Okay. We don't want to do watching. Let's give it a go. Remember, when you're playing against weaker opponents, you always play solid. You don't try to blitz too hard. There we go. There we go. If he takes here. Oh, okay, just trade off. There we go, and then we play this move here. Okay. There we go. Just play solid, don't play silly, don't play foolish. You're at 4, we're going to be up another 2 more pawns. Here we go. Now we're attacking here. I probably could have taken here and then retreated back. There we go. Let's see if I can't play here, attack here and here. I hope he just plays. He'll probably not play. Oh, he actually did. Okay. We'll play. We'll play there. Let's just grab that. There we go. Slow and steady. There's me. Let's see who we're facing now. I'll find it. I don't think anybody wants to play with us. Nah. Let's try one more time. Nah, it's okay. We'll do a. What we'll do is we'll do a study really quick. Actually, no. Let's see. What we'll do is we'll do some puzzle streak for about 5 minutes, and then we'll call it on that. Boom. One. Boom. 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 The chainsaw. The chainsaw. Oh yeah. check should do it. Check, mate, there we go. Check, checkmate, there we go, we're doing it. Check, check, checkmate. Check, let me see, what's the check? Check, 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 check. Check, let me see here. See if we check here, it comes there, we skewer him. Let's do it. Bam. There we go. We're doing it. We're doing it. Hooray. Yeah. There we go. That's a win there. Okay. There we go. That's a win. There we go. That's a win. Okay, this is covered here, so we can't do anything there. But we can nab it with mate there. The queen is going to be lost with this move here. Bye-bye. Oh, we actually win with a fork the knight. Boom. Always remember to make sure your pieces are protected. Here we go. Boom. That's a good one there. Let me see here. Boom. Boom. And then after he goes here, we could play queen back. And it grabs the knight, but I think we're still okay there. Black. Let's see here. Check, he comes up. Maybe check, he comes up here. Do we play it there? There we go. Boom. Here. Doing good. We're at 20. So far, so good. We one time got up to 30. There. Mate. There. Mate. Oh. Okay. Let's go back really quick and we'll play a 960. $10. Try it. We'll see if there's anybody wanting to play. Ah, perfect. Let's see what we got here. Take it here and then castles. Bam. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens here. Takes. There we go. Trying to come in. Actually, what I'm thinking about doing is Um, check, check, check. Queen takes, check up. He has to figure out what he wants to do. He doesn't know what he wants to do. Oh no. No, no, no. Don't know what you want to do. Hmm. Here. Bishop takes, takes. Queen takes. Hmm. Mm-mm. See if knight takes, pawn takes, rook over. Then the knight comes in there. Oh, interesting. So he's going for the. Right away. Nice. Probably should have played rook here than that, but that's okay. If he takes, he takes. Then I'll take back. He'll take here. And we could actually then grind maybe even a slight advantage here with that. Maybe. We will see. go. Let's see. Should I have played drew my bishop back? Gotta be interesting to see what the opponent plays. Or maybe I could have actually, besides that, I could have actually played check here. I think that would have been better. And king up here. Then you could play queen check. And you win the queen and everything's okay. There we go. Let's try here. There we go. I think now we've He's gonna let his time run. There. Yeah, that one's perfect. I don't think it was that was the best. So we'll call it right here. Thank you guys for sticking with me. Let's take a look to see. Six. Boom. So good so far. Okay. So it's equal. There you go. Still good. Great move there. Takes. Takes. Yep. See, we spotted it. This is actually the killer move. Takes. Great move. Check. Check. Takes. Takes. Okay, comes up. There we go. There we go. There, we're maneuvering. There, we're 5 pawns now. Okay. And we win. Well, I want to thank you all for logging on participating. Remember the Team Chess Cruncher motto of hanging up your coats, hanging up your hat, sitting down and studying when most won't. Team Chess Cruncher does. And that makes all the difference. Always remember, like what Wesley So says, to serve the Lord Jesus, and I say God bless. And I'll see you next time on Chess Cruncher TV. Go Team Chess Cruncher and keep chess crunching, my friends. Be blessed.